Hey, how's it going, guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're going to be doing a $1,500 gaming PC, which we've done a lot of lately.
Yeah, this is going to be the ultimate RTX 3070 gaming PC because NVIDIA was nice enough to finally send over the RTX 3070, and we're going to pair it with something new from AMD. But before we get into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by ASRock. If you are looking to upgrade your gaming PC, then you should most certainly consider this Newegg bundle deal featuring the Intel Core i9-9900K and the ASRock Z390 Steel Legend motherboard. The Z390 Steel Legend motherboard comes with a sleek design in beautiful RGB and a very powerful power delivery to help the 9900K reach its peak performance. If you do purchase this combo or any other qualifying ASRock product, you will be entered to win some cool prizes like an iPhone 12 Max. If you're interested in this bundle deal and the giveaway, please check the link in the description down below, and special thanks again to ASRock for sponsoring today's video.
So we're going to do our usual talking video portion about all the parts and whatnot, but we will say this is already put together because we told you guys we recycle parts sometimes, and well, the motherboard, the RAM, the storage, the case, and like the fans and all this stuff, they're already put together because this is technically from a different build. We're just building it with new internals.
So of course the PC building time-lapse section might be a little bit shorter than usual, but that means we can get right into those benchmarks to see how well the RTX 3070 and the 5600X from AMD pair together, and I have a feeling it's going to be really good. So how will we not waste any more time and talk about each individual part and how it makes up this PC build.
So this here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ryzen 5 5600X, which is a 6-core, 12-threaded processor. And what sets it apart from the Ryzen 3600 as well in gaming, it just absolutely smacks it. It's supposed to be like the ultimate combo with these new NVIDIA and new AMD cards. So we'll find out. And of course this does come with a cooler, but for extra aesthetic and extra cooliness, we have the NZXT Kraken X63 RGB. Really awesome 280mm cooler. Now keep that in mind. We had a build recently where we were going to use this in and it didn't fit because it's 280, not 240. So if you can fit a 360mm, you can definitely fit a 280, but if you can only fit a 240, you're not gonna fit the 280 very well. For the motherboard, we have the Gigabyte X570 Aorus Elite, which once again, already installed. We have 32 gigs of RGB Corsair 3600 megahertz RAM, 32 gigs of that bad stuff. And look at that dual channel RGB. You really can't ask for much more. And this stuff's honestly a really good deal right now, so highly recommend picking some up if you can. Now hiding underneath here is a 1TB XPG Gen 4 NVMe M.2 SSD hiding under this heatsink. So, you know, you can't really see it right now, but just know that it's there. It's tiny. It doesn't take up any room. We like them because there's no extra cables to run and they're super fast.
And what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the RTX 3070 from NVIDIA. Special thanks again to them for sending it over. This is an awesome card nowadays when you can actually buy it. It's one of the most high-end cards and most sought-after cards right now. But it's going to be great for 1080p high refresh rate, 1440p, and some 4K gaming if you want to. Of course, in our benchmark rotation, we mainly focus on 1080p, and I think it's going to do really well at that. And also you get those awesome features for content creators like NVENC and all the other streamer features that come with NVIDIA GPUs. Now for the power supply, we have this Gigabyte P750GM. This is a modular power supply, 80 plus gold, 750 watts, more than enough to power this kind of PC build, and it's from Gigabyte. Gigabyte makes some pretty decent power supplies from our experience, and well, it's available on Amazon. You can actually pick it up today if you want to. Well, I don't know about today, but when you guys see this, yeah, probably. Now for the case. If you guys have seen our ultimate 6800 XT build, this looks very familiar. This is the Enzo mesh with a ton of ARGB fans installed with this nice GPU support bracket. This build overall is going to look very similar to the one we did before, but it's going to perform slightly lesser, but that doesn't mean it's a bad build. It's still a very good option, and we just really love this case from Bitphoenix. Great airflow, and the RGB looks super nice. I'm very excited to build in this once again. How about we get right to it? ladies and gentlemen, now that we have this RTX 3070 gaming PC all put together, let's talk about those very impressive benchmarks, shall we? Now, it's kind of sad that this PC is unable to be bought right now because, well, this would be my #1 recommendation for a gaming PC right now if you are looking to build one, and well, just keep that in mind when watching these benchmarks because for the money, you're getting a ton of value here. First up in Call of Duty Warzone on a mixture of medium-high settings, which basically is lower anti-aliasing, but everything else is pretty much on high settings, we got a FPS of around 200 plus a majority of the time. 200 plus FPS at 1080p is no easy feat even in Call of Duty Warzone on this sort of PC, so that's very impressive to see, and it does show that the RTX 3070 is definitely an awesome GPU, and I'm very happy we finally got our hands on one of these cards because I've been really excited to test this GPU because you know what we like to do here. We like to focus on the value hardware, and the 3070, while be it a still pretty expensive card in the grand scheme of things, it is still an awesome value in terms of the amount of performance you're getting for how much you're paying. Next up is Call of Duty Cold War, and in this game we had no problems on high settings getting over 120 FPS on the Nuketown map. Of course, you could optimize the settings a little bit and probably get close to the same result as Warzone was, getting closer to 200 FPS, but to get a good visual experience running on pretty much max settings and getting over 120 FPS, I really cannot complain for a game like Cold War with this PC. The beauty of this PC is the fact that, one, you get awesome gaming performance and you also get that beautiful NVENC encoder built into the RTX 3070, so you could just start content creation and live streaming and local recording with this PC and have no problems whatsoever, still maintaining that really awesome frame rate. Just a few years ago, you would have had to gone with a 2 PC setup to get these kinds of frame rates and record at the same time, but now with the NVENC encoder and these powerful NVIDIA GPUs, having a single PC setup for streaming and just flat out having a great gaming experience is more than obtainable. Next up, we decided to test Fortnite, and this is where the IPC of the 5600X starts to stretch its legs, getting well over 400 FPS. The combination of this CPU and GPU just makes perfect sense. It does so well and gives you such good amount of performance for the money, and the 5600X shows again while it's still one of the greatest gaming CPUs you can get right now, well, if you can actually get it. That's the story of this video, is the fact that this PC is almost unobtainable right now given everything that's going on. If you want to camp out at a local micro center for a few weeks and maybe get one, you could do it, but it's really hard to say that you guys can go out and buy this PC right now, and it hurts me on the inside a little bit. And the last game we decided to test was Shadow of the Tomb Raider on the highest preset, that is at 1080p, and we got over 153 FPS. I think this benchmark rotation shows that this is more of a 1440p gaming PC as opposed to a 1080p gaming PC, that is unless you are playing at like 240 Hz. If that's the case, then sure, go with this PC, have no problems whatsoever with that, but at, well, highest settings on a game like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you should be getting 153 FPS, but this PC decides to destroy this benchmark and look really good while doing so. So overall, I am very happy with this PC. This is definitely my favorite PC that I've built this year, and sadly, I'm unable to let you all buy this PC because, well, there is no stock of it. So hopefully that changes in the near future, and hopefully this is a good reference for you guys if you are looking to build a PC, that you can use the links in the description down below when they do become available, and do help us out because they are affiliate links, and I do appreciate you guys watching this. And yeah, that's about it. How about going to bring Jackson back in here to wrap this video up real quick.
So as you guys could tell, this PC did great, or I guess you could say it did good enough, just like this t-shirt right here, which we recently had Zach design. So make sure you check the links in the description down below so you can pick one up today.
But of course, this PC with the RTX 3070 and new Ryzen 5 5600X had no problems playing any game you want at 1080p. You could definitely play at 1440p or 4K if you want to, but I think for most esports titles, even like some of the newer Call of Duties, you could definitely play 240 Hz with this setup, and at $1,500, that's a really good value.
Now we will have as many links in the description down below that are accurate and up to date as we can on where you can actually get this stuff, but right now keep in mind it is probably going to be very hard to get any of the new AMD stuff and any of the new RTX cards, and really as of making this video it's hard to get absolutely anything right now. So there will be affiliate links in the description down below, and they do help us out if you purchase anything using them.
If you guys are looking for any particular PC builds, comment down below, let us know. Again, right now it's kind of hard to get PC parts, so we're interested to hear what kind of stuff you guys want to see from us, because, well, there's only so much we can do with the inventory that's out right now. So let us know in the comment section down below. And overall, very impressed with this PC build for the money, and I would happily do this again if I had the opportunity.
So if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Adios. Oh, hey guys, one more thing. If you guys want to check out our float plane, we have some cool content up there.
We actually just released some of the first videos we ever did, and this is before Toasty Bros. This is back in the Minecraft server days, so like 11 years ago. You get to see Squeaky, Matt, and Jack.
Thank you guys again for watching today's video. We'll see you on the next one.
Ow! God.
Alright, hey guys,
So we found a cave when we were digging.
yeah, we're actually
So we
gonna
went ahead and
start
started
off
recording.
a little earlier, yes, then we can